spinning slow. Nothing asking anything from me. Ceiling shadows drifting loose, like they got nothing left to prove. Air moves soft across the room, carrying a half-lit tune. Phone screen dim, I let it fade. No more noise, I gotta chase. Every thought just passes by, like it's not even mine tonight. There's a stillness I don't fight. Feels unfamiliar, but it's right. Like the world stepped out my way, just to let me sit and stay. No pressure in the way I breathe, no weight underneath my feet. If it comes, I let it go. Nothing here I need to hold. Soft static under quiet stars, filling in these empty parts. No direction, no demand, just the night and where I am. Soft static in my chest, not a storm, just gentle rest. Everything I used to chase loses shape in this slow space. Clock don't rush, it barely ticks. Time dissolves in subtle shifts. Heaven stretching thin, like it doesn't have an end. Memories don't hit the same, they arrive without a name. No sharp edges, no deep pull, just a blur that turns to no. I don't need to understand every feeling as it lands. Somewhere better left to fade in the calmest silence made. If I move with ease. No resistance in the breeze, nothing pulling me apart, just a quiet soft static under quiet stars, filling in these empty parts. No direction, no demand, just the night and where I am. Soft static in my chest, not a storm, just gentle rest. Everything I used to chase loses shape in this slow space. Lie slow, breath slow, I'm already where I need to be.
Page turn. Listen, yeah. Page turns. Yeah. Pen taps twice. I'm here. Yeah. Lines on a page, I trace them slow. Ink don't rush, it learns to flow. Outside noise just fades to blur. Nothing louder than a word. Breathe in time with a steady beat. Thoughts align, then they retreat. No need to force what comes and goes. Clarity moves when the pressure's low. Write it down, let it rest. Not every thought needs a test. Let it land, let it stay. It'll make sense in its way. Hey, write it down, let it rest. Not every thought needs a test. Let it land, let it stay. It'll make sense in its way. Yeah. Highlighter marks and soft gold lines. Pieces fall into design. No big leaps, just quiet steps. Understanding builds in depth. Clock ticks, but I don't chase. I just sit inside the pace. Every pause got something there. If you learn to let it air. No rush now, no noise loud, just space. Figuring out, write it down, let it rest. Now not every thought needs a test. Let it land, let it stay. It'll make sense in its way. Write it down, let it rest. Now not every thought needs a test. Let it land, let it stay. It'll make sense in its way.
close, nothing to hold now. Curtains sway in a silent breeze. Night moves soft through the trees. Thoughts come in, then drift away like they forgot what they should say. Heart beat low, steady and deep like a promise the dark will keep. No sharp edges, nothing loud, just a hush inside this cloud. Let it sink, don't resist. Every worry loosens its grip. No need to carry what won't stay. It all fades in a softer way. Low frequencies hold me still. Quiet waves I don't control. Every breath just pulls me down into a slower, weightless ground. Low frequencies, gentle fall. Nothing left to fix at all. If I drift, don't wake me yet. I'm not done forgetting stress. Clock don't matter in this space. Time dissolves without a trace. Every second stretching thin, like I'm floating from within. Eyes grow heavy, thoughts unwind. Leave the restless part behind. No more questions, no more need. Just a calm I couldn't see. If I fade, let it be slow, like a tide that doesn't show where it starts or where it ends. Just a quiet that descends. Low frequencies hold me still. Quiet waves I don't control. Every breath just pulls me down into a slower, weightless ground. Low frequencies, gentle fall. Nothing left to fix at all. If I drift, don't wake me yet. I'm not done forgetting stress at all. Breath low, mind slow, gone, gone.
Street turns silver under broken lights. Wipers dancing through the night. Every drop got something to say, but it slips before it stays. Phone lights up, I let it die. Some things don't deserve reply. Got your name in the back of my mind, like a song I won't rewind. I've been driving past where we were, letting distance do the work. Every mile makes it blur, but it never really hurts. I don't chase it anymore. What we had is off, so if it calls, I let it ring. I don't need everything. Headlights riding secrets on the rain. Every line just washes you away. I can feel it slipping from my veins, but I'm calmer in the gray. Headlights riding secrets on the rain. No more trying to explain. If it fades, I let it change. I'm not holding on to pain. Windows crack, cold air in, clear the noise beneath my skin. All the words I couldn't say turn to rhythm, drift away. Mirror shows a softer face, less attached to where we were. I don't need to fill the space. Silence finally feels like you were loud inside my head. Now it's quieter instead. Not because I don't recall, I just don't react at all. If I stop, will I go back? Or I'll just sit inside the black. Maybe I don't need to know, I just let the feeling. Headlights riding secrets on the rain. Every line just washes you away. I can feel it slipping from my veins, but I'm calmer in the gray. Headlights riding secrets on the rain. No more trying to explain. If it fades, I let it change. I'm not holding on to pain. Roll on, I'm still moving on.
Low blow, room breathing slow. Yeah. Half-lit walls in a quiet hue. Shadows stretch like they always knew how to move when the night gets thin and the world folds softly in. Baseline hums on the skin so deep, like a promise it plants the key. No sharp turns, just a steady glide through the space where I let things slide. Every thought take a softer shape. Nothing here that I need to chase. Time drifts down in the slowest stream, like I'm living inside a dream. Let it ride, don't interfere. Everything feels lighter here. No control, but I'm aligned with rhythm inside my mind. Velvet gravity pulling me low. No resistance, I let it flow. Every breath in a softer key, like the night's rewriting me. Velvet gravity, no demand. Loose edges slipping from my hands. If I fall, let it feel this right in the calm of the half-light. Like melody drip like silver rain, washing out what I can't explain. All the noise that I used to hold turns to some quiet control. I don't need every answer now, just a space to let it drown in the low and rolling through. Everything feels distant, true. No more rushing the way I move, just a deep uninterrupted groove. Let the moment expand and stay. I got nothing to push away. If it fades, let it fade like this. No regret in the quiet bliss. Nothing lost, just rearranged in a world that don't feel the same. Velvet gravity pulling me low. No resistance, I let it flow. Every breath in a softer key, like the night's rewriting me. Velvet gravity, no demand. Loose edges slipping from my hands. If I fall, let it feel this right in the calm of the half-light. Low light, deep tone. I'm already gone. City paints me in liquid blue. Every window bends the truth. I see pieces of who I was in the glow I'm passing through. Your voice lingers out of frame, like it's scared to say my name. Every echo fades too fast, like it never meant to last. I've been walking through this light, but it never feels like mine. Just a silhouette that moves through a memory misaligned.
If I stop, it gets too loud. All the things I think about, so I keep the motion slow. Let the neon overflow.
Glass reflections don't call me back. They just break and fade to black. Every face I almost knew turns to something I outgrew. Glass reflections, blurred and thin. I don't try to hold them in. If it leaves, I let it pass, like a shadow through the glass.
Streetlight halos in the rain, washing
because I found the end. I just changed the pace. If I disappear tonight, would it even feel like lost? Or just blend in with the lights till I don't know what I was? Glass reflections don't call me back. They just break and fade to black. Every face I almost knew turns to something I outgrew. Glass reflections blurred and thin. I don't try to hold them in. If it leaves, I let it pass, like a shadow through the glass. On face, I stay quiet, finally weightless.
Engine idle, city half away. Nothing asking where I'm going. Blue hours spilling over glass and steel. Sky unsure of what it wants to feel. Traffic whispers in a distant code. I translate it as I drift along. Sidewalk ghosts in a passing frame. No one here gotta know my name. Every step that I didn't take feels lighter in the space I make. Low and rolling like quiet waves. Underneath all the things I save, let it carry what I don't need. No resistance in the speed. No map drawn, no fixed line. Just a rhythm I let define where I end and the night begins. Somewhere soft, somewhere within. Blue hour keeps no records of me. No past, no identity. Every moment slips and bends like it never had an end. Blue hour don't hold the weight of mistakes I used to trace. I just move and let it be. Nothing left to answer me. Reflections glitch in a passing train. Faces blur then rearrange. I don't chase what I can't retain. Let it flicker, let it drain. Used to measure every move, now I settle in the groove. Less control, more clarity in the lack of urgency. Every silence got a tone I can finally hear alone. Not empty, just refined. If I stop, I won't collapse. Just exist between the gaps. No more pressure to define what I feel or leave behind. Blue hour keeps no records of me. No past, no identity. Every moment slips and bends like it never had an end. Blue hour don't hold the weight of mistakes I used to trace. I just move and let it be. Nothing left to answer me. Nothing left to answer me. Nothing left to answer me. City dim, pulse low. I'm exactly where I go. Something's always happening, just not inside me. Sirens pass like they know my name. Cut the dark, then they fade again. City breathing in fragments loud, but I'm lost in a quieter sound. Used to run when the silence came. Fill the space just to numb the pain. Now I sit where the noise falls through. Hear the things I was hiding from. Concrete holds what I couldn't say. Every step leaves a trace of gray. I've been carrying too much weight from a life I won't recreate. If I stop, does it all catch up or dissolve? In the empty hush, there's a truth in the the choir between sirens, I can hear where my mind is. Every echo gets honest. There are no disguise in the open air. In the choir between sirens, I don't fight, I don't hide it. All the weight I was holding tight starts to loosen without a fight. Window glass shows a different face, not the one that I used to chase. Less defined, but it feels more real, like I finally let myself feel. Every version I try to be left a mark that still lives in me, but I'm learning to let them fade. Not erase, just renegotiate. Time don't move how it used to move when you're not trying to overprove. There's a calm and a lack of rush in the space where there's no more push. If I fall, I won't break apart, just descend to a softer part where the noise doesn't reach as loud, and I'm still, even in a crowd. In the choir between sirens, I can hear where my mind is. Every echo gets honest. There are no disguise in the open air. In the choir between sirens, I don't fight, I don't hide it. All the weight I was holding tight starts to loosen without a fight. Angelo, rain tracing lines, I don't wipe them away. Wet asphalt turns the night to glass. Every light bends as I pass. Neon bleeding into the lane, like it's trying to spell your name. Dashboard glow on empty hands, no direction, no demands, just the hum of something deep that I carry but don't keep. Mouth stretched thin like quiet thoughts. Everything I was and not, somewhere drifting out of frame. On highways I forgot my name. I don't chase where it all went wrong, I just let it ride along. If it fades into the rain, I don't call it back again. Headlights cut through liquid night, turning silence into light. Every drop reflects a past that I'm letting finally pass. Neon running through my veins, soft distortions in the rain. I don't hold what I can't save, I just drift between the lanes. City breathing, far behind, just a blur I left in time. All the noise I used to feel now dissolves beneath the wheel. Mirror holds a distant face, not the one I used to chase. Less defined but more aligned with the quiet in my mind. Every mile pulls me free from the weight that followed me. Not a race, just rearranged in the rhythm of the rain. If I stop, will it return? Every lesson I didn't learn, or just settle in the dark, like a fading neon spark. Headlights cut through liquid night, turning silence into light. Every drop reflects a past that I'm letting finally pass. Neon running through my veins, soft distortions in the rain. I don't hold what I can't save, I just drift between the lanes. No cars behind, no past ahead, just the road and what's left unsaid.
Engine hum, low glow. I don't say it out loud. Streetlights blink, then disappear like they don't belong right here. Every flicker feels the same. Half a memory, no name. Hands loose on the wheel tonight. Not really chasing any light, just letting distance do its part. From everything that felt too sharp. Warm pads laying on the breath, like a voice I never said. Every thought just comes and goes, never stays, just barely shows. I don't hold it like before, let it pass. Don't keep score, if it lingers, let it fade. Something's better left unclaimed. Streetlights don't stay long enough to remind me what it was. Just a flicker in my eye, then it's gone without goodbye. Streetlights don't wait for me, they just move like everything. And I'm somewhere in between what I was and what I mean. Rearview holds a softer blur, nothing clear, just what it were. I don't zoom, I let it slide. No more digging through the night. MOB, heart so sing, less to feel, more to think. But even thoughts don't hit as hard when you stop pulling them apart. There's a calm inside the drift, in the space I didn't fix. Not resolved, but it's okay, I don't need it all to stay. If I stop, it might get loud. All the things are tuned out, so I keep the motion light, just enough to blur the mind. Streetlights don't stay, all the things are tuned back. Streetlights don't stay long enough to remind me what it was. Just a flicker in my eyes, then it's gone without goodbye. Streetlights don't wait for me, they just move like everything. And I'm somewhere in between what I was and what I mean. One more light and it's gone. One more light and it's gone. One more light, I don't follow it anymore. Wipe it slow, city is open, but I don't feel much tonight. Water runs in silver veins, across the glass it leaves no name. Every drop distorts the view, like it's unlearning me and you. Traffic lights melt into lines, bleeding softly out of time. I don't chase what disappears, I just watch it through the smear. Hands steady, pulse down low, deep bass moving like undertow. No sharp edges left to trace, just a blur I can't replace. I don't reach for what is gone, let it drift, let it be wrong. If it fades, I let it slide. No reaction left inside. Raindrops don't recognize me anymore, they just fall and ignore every version I've been before, washing it down to the floor. Raindrops don't say your name, they just hit and rearrange every feeling out of frame, till it all looks the same. Windshield rise and erases fast, every trace of what we had. Nothing stays long enough to remind me it was us. City breathing somewhere far, like it forgot where we are. I'm not lost, I just don't hold anything that I once told. Low vibrations in my chest, keep me level, keep me pressed. Not a
just let the current flow. Raindrops don't recognize me anymore. They just fall and ignore every version I've been before, washing it down to the floor. Raindrops don't say your name, they just hit and rearrange every feeling out of frame till it all looks the same. Wiper slow, no reflection stains, just water and space. And just steady, no voices but my own. Highway lines like a pulse I follow, black top stretching into tomorrow. Analog is in the speakers low, like a memory I almost know. Exit signs blinking faded green, like they're asking what I mean. But I don't turn, I just pass by, let the question stay undefined. Distant cars like ghosts in motion appear, dissolve in the same slow ocean. Nothing stays long enough to hold, just headlights fading in the cold. I don't rush what I can't fix, let it live in the in-between mix. If it lingers, I don't chase, just give it time and space. Exit signs flicker, but I don't take them. Every turn feels like it might break something, so I stay in the lane I know, where the quiet lets me go. Exit signs calling out in code, but I'm not ready to decode. If I stop, I might feel too much, so I let the darkness do its touch. Dashboard glow on a tired face, not the same I used to chase. Less defined but more aware of the silence sitting there. Every mile rewrites the weight of the things I couldn't say. Not a race, just set aside in the rhythm of its drive. Traffic hum like a distant choir, going constant, never higher. Keeps me grounded, keeps me still in a space I didn't build. If I take one exit now, would it change me, show me how? Or just circle back again to the same unspoken end? Exit signs flicker, but I don't take them. Every turn feels like it might break something, so I stay in the lane I know, where the quiet lets me go. Exit signs calling out in code, but I'm not ready to decode. If I stop, I might feel too much, so I let the darkness do its touch. No exit, just roll, and a mind still in motion. City breathing under me. I don't interrupt this sidewalk, shimmering borrow light, like they're holding on tonight. Every color bleeds and bends till it doesn't make sense. I pass through like I'm not defined, just a shape in a moving line. No sharp edges, nothing loud, just a thought inside a cloud. Soft hi-hats like a distant rain, tapping lightly on my brain. Every step is half erased. fade without a cause. If it lingers, neon fog blurs my silhouette. Every line I don't protect, I don't hold, I don't resist. I just fade into the mist. Neon fog wraps around my shape, turns the past to something fake in the glow. I lose control, but it finally feels like home. Window flash of passing life, fragments caught in color light. None of it belongs to me, still it feels like memory. I was louder in my head, chasing things I never said. Now I let the silence sit, and I'm not afraid of it. Baseline low beneath my skin, like a coma I'm settling in. Not complete, but more aligned with the rhythm of my mind. If I stop, will I reappear, or just vanish off to here? Maybe both can be the same in a world without a name. Neon fog blurs my silhouette with every line I don't protect, I don't hold, I don't resist. I just fade into the mist. Neon fog wraps around my shape, turns the past to something fake in the glow. I lose control, but it finally feels like home. Feels like home. City home. I dissolve and I don't come back the same.
Inhale, hold it in the quiet. Exhale, smoke curls like it's drawing maps. In a language my mind adapts. Lines dissolve before they land, slip like sand through open hands. Dim light hums in amber tones, shadows stretching on their own. Nothing sharp, no edges here, just a softened atmosphere. Bass moves low beneath my ribs, like a tide that slowly shifts. Every thought gets pulled apart, then reassembled into art. Breathe it deep, don't rush the frame. Everything slows down the same. No control, just let it be, floating through the in-between. Ash drifts in slow constellations, breaking form, no destination. Every piece just finds its place in a weightless kind of space. Ash drifts, I don't interfere, let it vanish, reappear. In the quiet I expand, more than I could understand. Time bends soft around the room, like it's caught inside the fumes. Minutes stretch then fade away, no real difference night or day. I don't chase what I can't hold, let it rise, let it unfold. Every worry melts to gray, then dissolves without a trace. Lo-fi cracks in distant sound, like the world is slowing down. Not asleep but not awake, just a shift I let it take. If I fall through air, no resistance anywhere, just a calm I never knew, till I let it pass me through. Ash drifts in slow constellations, breaking form, no destination. Every piece just finds its place in a weightless kind of space. Ash drifts, I don't interfere, let it vanish, reappear. In the quiet I expand more than I could understand. Exhale, nothing left to hold, just a drift. Ooh, hold just a drift.
Colors bending, I don't follow them. Lavender haze across my sight, blurring edges of the night. Every thought just drifts away before it finds a shape to stay. Fingers tracing through the air like there's something almost there, but it slips before I know where it came from, where it goes. I'm being waves inside my chest, moving slow, no need to press. Everything feels light and thin, like I'm floating from within. Don't pull me back, I'm too far gone, in a place that feels like home. No sharp lines, no heavy ground, just a soft and distant sound. Lavender thoughts don't land on me, they just drift in quiet symmetry. Nothing stays and that's okay, I don't need them anyway. Lavender thoughts, I let them fade in a space where I don't chase. Every breath expands the view into something soft and new. Time dissolves in pastel tones, melting seconds into zones. No direction left to find, just a loosened state of mind. I was holding on too tight, trying hard to make things right. Now I let the moment bend without needing it to end. Soft vibrations under skin, like a calm I'm settling in. Not complete but not confined, somewhere gentle in between. If I fall I won't resist, I just sink into the mist. No control, no need to see what this feeling means to me. Lavender thoughts don't land on me, they just drift in quiet symmetry. Nothing stays and that's okay, I don't need them anyway. Lavender thoughts, I let them fade in a space where I don't chase. Every breath expands the view into something soft and new. Slow exhale, nothing left to hold, just a float.
Same room, different weight. Same walls, but they breathe the night. Shadow shifting out of sight. Every sound comes back to me, slightly changed, but still repeat. Might move slow in circles back. Same old line, a different track. I don't fight it like before. Let it knock, don't lock the door. drums, heart in sync. Pause between the way I think. Every gag got something there. If I let it fill the air, no straight line, just a bend. Where it starts is where it ends. I don't need to understand every thought in Neverland. Thoughts loop softer when the walls echo back. Every crack turns into something abstract. I don't chase, I don't react, I just sit inside the trap. Thoughts loop softer, losing weight. Every second reshapes the state. If it stays, I let it stay. If it fades, it drifts away. Room feels wider than before, but I haven't moved at all. Maybe space is in the mind. When you start defining time, echo bends the words I say, turns them into shades of grey. Not as sharp, not as loud, just a thought inside a cloud. I was trying to make it clear, now I let it disappear. Something's better when they blur, less exact but closer, sure. If I break the loop, what then? Do I start the same again? Or just drifting to a place where there's no need to escape? Yeah, thoughts lose softer when the walls echo back. Every crack turns into something abstract. I don't chase, I don't react, I just sit inside the trap. Thoughts lose softer, losing weight. Every second reshapes the state. If it stays, I let it stay. If it fades, it drifts away.
Needle drop, soft crackle. Don't say it, just let it play.
Dust in the air like it's part of the sound. Lamplight low, barely holding the ground. Record spins like it knows where I've been. Every groove got a trace of my skin. Smoke writes lines I don't read out loud. Shapes form slow, then they drift out. I don't chase what I almost said, let it echo instead in my head. Bass walks off like it's late to the room. Piano hums like a half-faded truth. Nothing sharp, just a gentle decline into somewhere between thought and time. Hey, let it linger in the space. Don't define it, don't give it a place. Some things sound better this way, half-formed then drifting away. Needle drops between unfinished sentences. Every pulse holds more than it says. I don't rush to make it clear, I just sit while it disappears. Needle drops and the room expands. Through the static I understand. Not the words, not the end, yeah, just the way it bends. Yeah, ash falls slow like a quiet release. Nothing breaks, everything eases to peace. Time don't move how it used to before. It just leans on the edge of the chord. Old thoughts knock, but I don't let them in. They just fade with the hiss of the spin. I've been learning to loosen the grip on the need to explain every bit. Trumpet cries somewhere far in the mix, like a memory I never could fix. Still it lands in a softer way when I don't try to make it stay. If I stop, it won't disappear, it just changes the way I hear. Every silence got its tone when you let it be alone. Needle
drops between unfinished sentences. Every pulse holds more than it says. I don't rush to make it clear, I just sit while it disappears. Needle drops and the room expands. Through the static I understand. Not the words, not the end, yeah, just the way it bends.
Hold it. Don't come back yet. Just drift. Colors bleeding out the edges sound. Thoughts don't land, they just float around. Dashboard melting in the liquid green. I blink slow through a velvet screen. Every second falls into itself, like a book that reads something else. I can hear what the silence thinks, in the space between the missing links. Breathing deeper than I should, losing shape but feeling good. Nothing stays the way it stood, but I wouldn't if I could. Neon synapses underwater glow. Signals lost but I still flow. Every pulse moving way too slow, but I feel more than I know. Heavy haze in a lucid frame. No real edges, no real name. If I drift the same, through the echo of my brain. Static dancing in my fingertips. Time dissolves in fragmented slips. I don't walk, I hover through every version I once knew. Mirrors breathing in reverse. Every blessing feels like a curse. Then it softens into light and dissolves into the night. Inhale, stretch the moment, then exhale. Let it flow within, no direction, no defense. Just suspension in the sand. Neon synapses underwater glow. Signals lost but I still flow. Every pulse moving way too slow, but I feel more than I know. Heavy haze in a lucid frame. No real edges, no real name. If I drift the same, through the echo of my brain. Don't wake me yet. I almost understand it. Almost. Crosswalk counting down in red. People moving like they're being led. Every face got somewhere to go. I just follow what I don't know. Phone screens lighting up their eyes. Little worlds they hide inside. I tried calling just to hear a voice. Hung up before I made the choice. There's 1,000 conversations floating past my situation, but none of them know my name. And I'm tired of feeling the same. Everyone's talking, none of it's mine. Echoes surround me, I'm lost in the noise. City keeps breathing, I'm out of its time. Too many voices, not one of them mine. I hear it all, but I don't belong. Somehow I've been here all along. If I disappeared in the crowd at night, would it change anything or feel right? Train doors open, close again. Same routine, different ends. I see reflections in the glass, but I don't ask if they'll last. There's a piano in my head, playing things I never said. Every note just fades too soon, like I thought I could improve. If I speak, will it break the air or dissolve like it wasn't there? I've been quiet for so long now, even silence feels too loud. Everyone's talking, none of it's mine. Echoes surround me, I'm lost in the noise. City keeps breathing, I'm out of its time. Too many voices, not one of them mine. I hear it all, but I don't belong. Somehow I've been here all along. If I disappeared in a crowd tonight, would it change anything or feel right? Same street, same lies, different night. Same me, still quiet.
Don't look for me. I'm not where I used to be. The room hums low like it knows my name, but it never asked me to explain. I sit inside the softest void, where every echo feels employed. Streetlight leaking through the blinds cuts the silence into lines. I trace them like there's something real, but they don't ask me how I feel. No sharp edges left to hold. No loud stories to be told, just a quiet undertow, pulling where I don't need to know. I learned to get lost quietly. No panic left inside of me, just drifting where the dark can breathe, and letting go so easily. No need to find a way back home. I feel less lonely on my own. If I disappear in this space, at least it's soft. At least it stays. There's a rhythm in the static air, like something broken, still aware. It whispers things I almost hear, but never loud, it stays unclear. My thoughts don't run, they slowly bend, like they forgot where they should. stays. Exhale, it drifts away. No questions, no need to speak. Just shadows that don't feel weak. I learned to get lost quietly. No panic left inside of me. Just drifting where the dark can breathe. And letting go so easily. No need to find a way back home. I feel less lonely on my own. If I disappear in this space, at least it's soft. At least it stays. Not lost, just somewhere softer. Not lost, just somewhere softer.
Roll it back, roll it back. Not the highlights, the parts they never show. I used to edit out the quiet scenes, cut the pauses in between, kept the lines that sounded strong, left the truth outside the song. Crowded rooms, I played it right, said the words that fit the light. But every mirror had a lag, like you knew what I would match. Every version that I showed felt rehearsed and overposed. I was living off a script that I never even wrote. I kept the parts they cut from me, the broken frames, the in-betweens, all the doubts they couldn't see. Now they echo differently. No more angles left to fake, no more lines I have to say. If the silence starts to speak, I'll let it rewrite me. Old recordings in my head, things I wish I never said, but they play without a sound, like they're buried underground. I don't run from what I was, I just sit and let it hum. Every scar is subtitle, every breath a revival. Let it fade and not too fast, let it hold me like the past. No more cutting, no retakes, let it stay for my sake. I kept the parts they cut from me, the broken frames, the in-between, all the doubts they couldn't see. Now they echo differently. No more angles left to fake, no more lines I have to say. If the silence starts to speak, I'll let it rewrite me. No credits, no ending scene, just me finally seen.